Stacey and Jay Spoo, East Coast Radio.
Jamalia, superstar, just before this one. Imagine Dragons, Enemy on East Coast Radio, 12 minutes after the hour, 4 o'clock. If you're on your way home, please be safe out there. It is raining, and we are told that the weather is going to intensify, so please be responsible on the roads. Now, on Stacey and Jay Spoo every Wednesday, we love to give a podium to other people's issues. We explore these issues, and we discuss them for 5 marks.
I really thought you were going to say, we exploit them.
Well, that too.
Confessions.
All right.
Oh, even Java is being paid by East Coast Radio.
Guys,
I'm loving
we have
this.
budget in 2024. Okay, so in case you missed it, we have played it once in the previous hour, but this is this week's confession. So have a listen, and then we get into it.
My man is labeling himself as a big businessman who consults with huge companies. We actually share a car, and we can barely make rent at the end of the month. He tells people he owns various companies, but he's been wearing the same pants since last week Thursday.
Stacey and Jay Spoo, East Coast
Your
Radio.
man is a scam.
So let's just recap. So that's Miss Sarah, and her confession is that her husband is presenting himself to be very successful, very rah-rah, when in reality, they can barely pay rent. They're sharing one times vehicle, and
Same
shock,
pants.
horror, disbelief, he has been rocking the same Langbroek since last week Thursday. So when we saw this confession, as a team, we started chatting, and I wanted to put my hand up and say, I'm not defending Brother Man here, but what I am going to say is, if you read one of those motivational books or whatever on how to be successful, you need to present yourself as successful. So maybe in his mind, he is trying to lure people in under the guise of, look, I've made it. He is essentially faking it, hopefully until he, at least for his sake, actually does make it. Then we continue with that and exploring that idea. And the following question creeps up.
Yeah. How far is too far?
Yeah. Like when you are faking it, how far is too far?
Like when you're doing too much. Like I don't think faking it is for everybody. It needs mastery. You need to be that person. Because
The ultimate fakester.
Because when people find out that you're faking it, you need to be able to handle being caught out as well. For me, too far when it comes to faking it is lying about death. 1, your height.
Every Tinder profile in the history of the world.
Your eyebrows.
Don't come for the eyebrows.
Hold on, I'm not done. Your
In this
eyebrows.
weather.
Your eyebrows. Guys, I don't
Where they can wash away.
I cannot trust you if you don't believe in your own facial expressions. I'm just saying. Also, last one. Guys, too far. Age.
Yeah.
You must hold it down where you are. You must stick to reality. Please don't tell us you are 25 when you are in actual fact. Yeah.
The Facebook comments on this. Aaron going, it's raining, man. Maybe his other pants are still in the washing. Give him a second. Vincent saying, your man is nothing but self-centered. He is a narcissist, posing himself as being better around his surroundings. He is a jealous type that wants to always do better than. So this is going to divide and hopefully ultimately conquer for Miss Sarah, whose confession this is. That's the name that we've given her. How far is too far when it comes to faking it, according to you, KZN? So all your personal stories and maybe other people's personal stories, willing to accept those too. 061 792 9495.
Stacey and Jay Spoo. Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m. East Coast Radio.
Multiple routes are flooded through the Greater Durban this afternoon. If you're traveling on the M4 northbound, just after the Edwin Swales, it is currently a no-go zone as the road is completely flooded. Queuing traffic in the vicinity already sitting there, so please do approach with caution. If you can, use alternative routes. Maybe go through Umbilo as an alternative if you're heading towards Durban Central. And then the N2 southbound between the M7 Edwin Swales and the M1 Higginson Highway is completely chock-a-blocked. Bumper-to-bumper traffic in the vicinity, so please be on the lookout and approach with caution. We've got roads that are experiencing flooding. R102 in Mount Edgecombe, just near the engine garage. We also have N2 southbound and the M7 Edwin Swales, just at the off-ramp. We've got flooding there, so please do approach with caution. Marine Drive, Umhlanga, so please be on the lookout there as well. We are also experiencing some flood there, so please do travel safely. Tongati, Truro Lands, you've got some flooding flooding there as well. And also on the N2 bi-directional just near Sibaya, we've got some flooding there as well. So please to travel safely, of course, to expect delays and to approach with the caution. For the East Coast Radio Traffic Team, I'm Andy James.
Report traffic now.
Olivia Rodrigo, Vampire, East Coast Radio, KZN's number one hit music station. We're dealing with poor Sarah here on the Confessions Hotline today, complaining that her partner in crime, running around, literally committing crimes of fashion and of truths, telling people he's a big business oak. Meanwhile, has not got 2 cents to rub together. They can't pay rent, they share a car, and he's wearing the same pants until Thursday. And she is having none of it.
Confessions.
In a confession. Even Java is being paid for this confession, ladies and gentlemen. To be featured, really, is an honor and a privilege. Now, this confession today inspires a concept that I think we are all too familiar with. Fake it till you make it. But, Buffett, there's going too far. There's doing too much. And I'm looking at Stacey Norman because I want to find out from her, as we are asking the same question to you, how far is too far when it comes to fake it till you make it? Stacey?
I think if it's hurting people, like when you said earlier and you came for the girls and their eyebrows, and I said, but it's raining. What a girl gonna do? Already she's going home, her eyebrows are in her, bra straps. You know what I mean? Eyebrows don't upset anybody. I mean, they might upset you temporarily, but it's not going to hurt your existence.
But Stacey, we don't know because there's no expression, really.
Well, and you will never know, okay? Stay clueless.
Yeah.
But for me, if your level of faking it until you make it is encroaching on other people's ability to be happy and successful, that is a problem.
That's a nice one, yeah.
If you are taking people's money, telling them that you are, by way of example, this literal confession, I'm a big business person, invest in this blah, blah, blah.
Triple M.
When in actuality, you're taking that money to plug a different hole and da-da-da-da, and those people never see returns on their investments, and you're robbing people, you're a thief. That's too far. You know, me and my fake eyelashes, I think that that's okay. Yeah. I'm faking having lashes because I'm worried I'm going to glue mine together with the strip lashes. It's I tried it once, long story, so I pay someone to do it now.
Gee, Stacey, you've been to quite a lot with these eyelashes.
I'm telling you, but but this isn't hurting anybody. Only my bank balance.
Okay.
Whereas if what you're doing through your fakery is upsetting somebody else, that is problematic because then you're lying.
I think that's a valid one. I like that one. So, KZN, for you, how far is too far when it comes to faking it? We're going to cross over to Pinky. Pinky, please share with us, enlighten us, grow us, liberate us. How far is too far?
Hi, Stacey and Jace Boo. It's Pinky here. With regards to how far is faking it when faking it till you make it, it depends on how badly you want to make it. If you really, really want it bad enough, there are no limits. I mean, how I've faked my mother's identity, and as a result, I got free plane tickets to and from Johannesburg and spent 3 days in one of South Africa's most elite schools. So yeah, I have no regrets about faking it like that. I probably would have gone further if I needed to, but yeah, I have no regrets about faking it.
Stacey and Jace Boo, East Coast Radio.
Tony Braxton, he wasn't man enough for me. 41 after the hour, 4 o'clock, Stacey and Jace Boo. It is a Wednesday on East Coast Radio, KZN's number one hit music station. We do this feature called Confessions in partnership with Confessions ZA, which is a platform where people go and share their dramas, their secrets, all of the things that they just want to get out of their chest. You on the platform get to chime in. The advantage is that we don't know who they are, just where they are from. And we've pulled from Confessions ZA a confession that has to do with a man's lying about his identity, his profession, and how wealthy he is. And Miguel is just like, it's too far, Baba. We can't anymore.
And because we are not Nolene, and this isn't Three Talk, we are not calling her anonymous. We've dubbed her Sarah.
Yes. Sarah, hello.
Yeah. Sarah is not having any of this. Sarah allegedly is not having any of this because she's like, listen, it's not right. So out of that confession in isolation, we were having a conversation around faking it until you make it, because the reason why that turn of phrase exists is because at some point somebody was using that as a motivational tool. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, you're not having a good day, you fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it.
You don't have enough money, you fake it till you make it. And that idea of pretending by extension, potentially lying, obviously is going to have negative consequences. You can't be all good all the time. So in this hour, KZN, how far is too far when it comes to faking it until you make it?
Hi, Stacey and Jace. I understand where the guy is coming from. But one day when he finally makes it, he can say, I faked it until I made it.
Stacey and Jace, sometimes the power of a tongue is very, very strong. At some point, you may not want to fake it, but sometimes you like to be positive and say, hey, hold on, I've got a business. I'm doing exceptionally well. I've got this, I've got that. And, when you do things like that, sometimes it motivates you to work even harder to make a dream a reality. So you can't actually fault the man for it, but it's all depending on what the faking is like.
What's up, Stacey and Jay in the whole of the East Coast? So, looking at the story, listening to the story, I just feel that, there is a point where you gotta humble yourself, but it's not to say he's not out there trying his best, trying to stay motivated in these times. I mean, life's hard. Cutting some slack. So but no one's forcing her to stay. So hustle, homie.
Stacey and Jay Spoo, East Coast Radio.
Alright, KZN, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. You can listen to the full podcast, ecr.co.today. Now, as we wrap up this idea of fake it till you make it and how far is too far, I just want to say, guys, lying is not on, right? Let's stop lying. Don't twist reality so that you can benefit in whatever way you want to benefit. Just tell the truth. Tell the truth. Just be that person. Be that guy.
Yeah, shock the world. Tell the truth.
Yeah.
It's also juxtaposed with this internal and societal pressure that we constantly feel to have as much, if not more, than the next person.
Yeah. Messed up.
And that is a pressure that everybody feels all the time. So when you are dabbling with the fakery, just remember that, as Jay said at the top of this, if you get caught out,
you better be ready.
You better be able to fake your way out of that one too. And that just sounds like an exhausting way to live. So he's right. Just rounding out this week's edition of Confessions, brought to you by Confessions ZA, around a young man who is running amok in these here streets, telling people he's a very high-end professional business person.
Hey.
However, that's not the case. And his girlfriend was the one who wanted to tell everybody about it. So clearly they've got some big chats to have in 2024. But born out of that, this conversation around faking it until you make it. And we did touch on this. The reason why that exists is because that was used to push people, to motivate people, to keep going, to try harder, to present your best self, blah, blah, blah. And we wanted to find something to balance it, kind of like a little bit of an amuse-bouche, if you will, for your brains. You can be like, okay, because faking it till you make it isn't always bad. Right? So we have a little clip for you. This is Simon Sinek. He's an inspirational speaker on business leadership, an actual business, I would imagine. And he talks around this concept of faking it till you make it, specifically when it comes to your cash, money, dollar.
I kind of don't, maybe it's just a matter of semantics, but faking it till you make it is like pretending you can't do something, full on acting, and then hopefully it'll catch up. And I don't believe in that. What I do believe in is pushing your limits. So, for example, I've seen it done in meetings from other people. I've definitely done it when somebody in a meeting says, can you do this? And you think to yourself, oh, that's going to be hard. If I were responsible, I'd be like, no, that's too hard or that's too aggressive. But I've gone, yes, I can do that. And then I've gone and pushed my boundaries and realized I'm actually capable of doing that. So I do believe in pushing boundaries. I do believe in over-promising and then actually delivering. So if that's fake it till you make it, sure. But I think it's more like push your boundaries and realize you're capable of more.
Stacey and Jay Spoo. Weekdays 3 to 6 p.m. East Coast Radio.